Hey mamas, this is Haley Galloway, better known probably to most of you as Sometime Mom, and I just had a few things that I really wanted to get off my chest. So I just did a survey about working moms and overwhelm and got a lot of feedback from my readers, and I really appreciated the honesty, and I think a lot of that came from the fact that it's the internet. It's not quite anonymous, but it almost is. It's a lot easier to be honest with yourself when you don't feel like you're going to be judged for the answers that you're putting forth. So if I say, how often do you feel overwhelmed? Believe it or not, almost half of the people that responded said all the time, which I do too. And as a mom, a stepmom, a wife, someone who's trying to earn an income, I deal with anxiety and depression, and I'm terrible at time management. I've been working on it, and I've got some great systems that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. But there's all these things going on, and my brain is just constantly telling me I'm not doing good enough. And, I remember the first day I dropped my daughter Alyssa off at daycare, and you have to take off your shoes when you take an infant into the daycare room because they crawl on the floor. So there I go, take off my shoes and set them next to a shined up fancy pair of Jimmy Choos. Well, and I happen to have my, probably Macy's brand flats, put them there, and then drop Alyssa off, and I see the mom and the baby that belong to the Jimmy Choos, and the baby's like perfectly dressed to a T with the perfect little bow, and her hair doesn't have a knot in it, and the mom is kind of looking the same way, just like they stepped off a magazine. And then there's me. I looked okay because I was going to work, but I can't tell you what a hassle it was trying to get myself put together. And my daughter had a clean diaper and had clean clothes, and she was clean, but we certainly didn't look like we stepped off the cover of any magazine. And in that moment, that was really the first time I felt that pressure of being like other moms or not being a good enough mom, and people thinking this or thinking that. And it turns out she's really sweet, and her daughter's really sweet, and I love her, and they just have different circumstances. And that's another thing. We can't judge how easy it is for someone else or how well someone else is doing just by looking at them, even though we do it all the time. And I think that that's such a big hit to our confidence, because I know that I have anxiety, depression. I'm an introvert. I don't do well with people. My social skills are definitely lacking at times, and my 8-year-old suffers for that because she is a nonstop talker, and it wears me out. And there are some days at the end of the day where I really just think, this is my life forever, and I'm expected to do this every day? How is that even possible? And I just feel so defeated. But I have to tell you, when I got the survey results back from this, 50 respondents, it wasn't a huge deal, but I saw the honesty, and I saw all of those words coming out that I have thought. And I really just want to first thank everyone that contributed. And second, I just want you to know you're not alone. I mean, it doesn't matter what you see on the surface. It's not the same as what's going on in someone's heart and someone's head and someone's life. And I think that as moms, if we really could identify more with the common struggles that we have, our brain is just buzzing, and we're worried, and we're stressed, and all of those things weigh on us. And I know there have been a lot of articles about mental clutter and, moms work more hours. And yes, that's true. But knowing it from a big perspective like that is so different than being able to find someone or a group of people that you can share it with and say, you know what? I actually Googled how to check myself into a mental institution the other day. And they'll be like, whoa, are you okay? I've done that too. And, you know, it's not easy. I mean, my friends at work, I'm not going to say that. I don't want them to think I'm crazy. I mean, I am crazy. I think as moms, part of that is feeling crazy half of the time. But, you know, it's not because there's something wrong with me. And I think that's the biggest problem that we have right now. We think there's something wrong with us because we're not that perfect mom that we see on TV or with the Jimmy Choos at daycare. But we're perfect for our kids, and we're perfect for our family and our situation. And the fact that we want to do better and we love them, that's enough. And what you've got already, it's more than enough. So I just really had to get that off my chest. I just felt like there were a lot of people that needed to hear it. And I'm really excited about some of the things that I've got coming up. I know I'm working on a couple of ebooks that have more personal stories and tips about how to bring yourself out of those feelings and have a more positive outlook on all of those things that we deal with as moms. But not from, you know, the woo-woo, like get your mind right, but actually what can I do in the moment to feel better and be better and do better. Because we're good enough as we are. We have what we need inside of us. We just need someone to give us the systems and the steps and the tools to put it all together. So, all right. Thanks, guys.